Why most Western countries have lost their way to Jesus, the role of politics in the crisis. Hey everyone, welcome back to the channel. In today's video, we're going to explore a topic that's been on the hearts of many, why most Western countries seem to have lost their way to Jesus, and how politics has played a big role in this shift. It's a tough topic, but one we need to talk about, so grab a coffee and let's dive in. For centuries, Christianity was at the heart of Western culture. Countries like the United States, the United Kingdom, and much of Europe were founded on Christian values. Churches were central to communities, and religious teachings were woven into the fabric of everyday life. But over the last few decades, something has changed. Church attendance has dropped significantly, biblical principles are often disregarded, and in some places, Christianity is now seen as old-fashioned or even irrelevant. But why? What's behind this shift, and why has it been so pronounced in the West compared to other parts of the world? One major reason for this shift is the rise of secularism. As Western societies became more educated, technological, and scientific, many began to see religion as something that was no longer necessary to explain the world around us. Instead, reason, logic, and personal autonomy took center stage. Secularism told us that we didn't need God to be moral, that religion should be a private matter, and that society could thrive without it. And for many people, especially younger generations, this new worldview seemed appealing. But here's the catch. Secularism doesn't just separate faith from public life, it often pushes faith out entirely. And this is where politics comes in. Western politics has played a significant role in this cultural shift. Over the last few decades, we've seen political leaders and movements increasingly marginalize Christianity in public discourse. Policies and laws have been enacted that reflect secular values rather than Christian ones. For example, in some countries, there has been a growing acceptance of things like abortion, same-sex marriage, and the redefinition of gender. Now, regardless of where you stand on these issues, the fact remains that many of these policies clash with traditional Christian teachings. When political leaders and governments push these laws without addressing the concerns of religious communities, it alienates a lot of people who feel their faith is under attack. The media also plays a major role. TV shows, movies, and social media often portray religious people as outdated or intolerant. In contrast, secular values are often glorified. This creates a cultural environment where faith isn't just ignored, it's actively undermined. Now, we're seeing more and more debates about religion, politics, and public life being framed in ways that make it seem like religion has no place in modern society. And this, unfortunately, makes it easier for people to question or abandon their faith altogether. But here's the good news. There's still hope. In the midst of this crisis, many are beginning to rediscover their faith. Some people are seeking spiritual fulfillment beyond the confines of organized religion, while others are returning to the church, recognizing that the teachings of Jesus hold timeless wisdom and truth. It's time for us to reflect on what really matters, to ask ourselves whether we're living according to the values that Jesus taught. And for those of us who are Christians, it's a reminder that our faith isn't just a private matter, it's meant to shape the world around us. While Western countries may be drifting from their Christian roots, the faith is alive and thriving in other parts of the world. Christianity is growing rapidly in places like Africa, Asia, and Latin America. This global shift reminds us that the message of Jesus is not bound by culture or geography, it's timeless, and it can still change lives anywhere. So, what's next for the West? It's not too late for us to reclaim the principles that built these nations. We need to stay strong in our faith, challenge the secular narrative when it doesn't align with our beliefs, and work together to bring Jesus back into the heart of our communities. Thanks so much for watching today's video. If this topic resonated with you, make sure to like, comment, and subscribe for more content like this. Let me know your thoughts in the comments. What role do you think politics has played in this shift? And how can we bring Jesus back into the heart of the West? Until next time, stay strong in your faith.